I just purchased the most reliable truck in existence. And if you're wondering exactly what truck that is, it's this right here. A first generation Toyota Tundra. Now, if you don't know, I'm currently up here in Maine doing research. And so I needed a way to get around to actually get to different research sites and to actually be able to travel around here in Maine. And I needed a reliable one. Now I'm here by myself up in the middle of nowhere where there's a bunch of rugged terrain, so obviously I had to decide to get a truck. Now originally we were planning to go, obviously like you all saw, the 2006, which has the VVTi, better gas mileage, more horsepower, more torque, and generally more reliable. At least that's what's thought of. Now unfortunately the vehicle you all saw, the owner didn't have the title. And my dad flew in from Charleston, where I'm originally from, up here to Maine to go with me to purchase the vehicle. If you all don't know, Maine is perhaps the whitest state in America. And I'm not going anywhere in the middle of the country around here with the houses, which you all will see later. They literally look like horror movie houses, actually. Anyway, we aborted that thought as his flight left literally 2 days later and ended up going with this green Toyota Tundra. It's a 2004, so it doesn't have the VVTi. Those only came in 2005, but it is still incredibly reliable and just an all-around hog of a truck, especially considering I used to have a 2002. Now, what you're seeing right now is my 2002 Tundra, which ended up getting totaled in Charleston. But since I'm over here in Maine, I need another reliable vehicle, and why not one that I A, know how to work on, B, is incredibly bulletproof, and literally has zero faults with it, which is why we ended up going with this 2004 Toyota Tundra. Enough yapping though, let's go meet with my dad and go purchase this vehicle while he's up here. All right, you all, I haven't really been recording, and that's my mistake, but we just ended up getting the new vehicle. I'm in a 2004 Toyota Tundra. I'll go ahead and show you all the whole vehicle a little bit later, but we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Orono, Maine, like an hour away from literally anything. It's the sticks. I'll show you some of these houses. They literally look like they're straight out of horror movies. Like I said earlier, it's like we're literally in the middle of a horror movie scene. At least that's how my dad described it. He said it's like a horror movie scene, and I agree. It is. It's literally the middle of nowhere. But when we drive past some of these houses, you all will understand where that claim comes from. Before that though, let's get a look at the new V.
I'ma need safety. Tell her op can't snake me. Ray gun off safety. My girl so tasty. Tell her it's your world. She want the two-tone spaceship. Blow smoke screen daily, so the stress don't faze me. I'm going.
Yeah, this is the 2004 Toyota Tundra we ended up going with. Pretty good looker if you ask me, but anyway, let's go back to those haunted houses. Like I said, I'm gonna show you all of these houses as we drive. They honestly get pretty insane. I mean, starting right off, you can kind of see the facilities these houses are at. I mean, look at these houses. They're just super interconnected, and it seems like a lot of them have barns. I don't know what it is with having a section attached to the houses, but for me at least, that just screams out stereotypical horror movie house. And on the road, we also stopped and managed to see this pretty solid horror movie house. Yeah, these houses are so connected. They look like houses out of like Leatherface movies. Look at that. I mean, seriously, take a look at that. These houses are super connected. Dad hopped out to take pictures. And they literally look like the Leatherface houses. All this space, open area, literally, if you don't know like the plants or like the actual area, I could imagine this as just like somewhere random, like out in the south. But nope, we're very much the opposite of the south, very far to the north. And I'll show you some of the shacks and stuff, but all of these houses are connected like that. Now, I know you all are probably thinking now it's all about the connections of the houses, just big houses in general. But a lot of these houses also have peculiar red barns attached to them, which you'll be seeing in a few moments. Like, a lot of the houses literally have a red barn stuck to the house as well, which is just... It makes me think of the barn you're seeing on the screen right now from the movie X, I think it's called. It's actually insane. I mean, some of these houses look like they come straight out of horror movies, literally. Like the red barns, I don't even remember what horror movie it was I watched. With the girl, I think it was World War II, and she started killing her whole family, her father, her mother, like this dude at the red barn. I'll pop up a picture of it, but like, it's insane how much these houses resemble different horror movies. And all these houses, they have like barns attached to them. It's super weird, at least to me coming from the South, having a barn attached to your house. That's like the stereotypical horror movie house thing, and all the houses out here have it. Anyway, we've got the truck now, so let's briefly go over everything that's wrong with the 260,000 mile truck from the early 2000s. Starting off with the thing that I think doesn't matter the most, the paint. It obviously has a lot of paint chips from rocks and whatnot. That should be easy to buff out, especially if I show you all on the sides. There's some minor scratches in the paint. Not minor, they're pretty major scratches, but with some buff, we should be able to pull that out, which we'll be doing in South Carolina. That's not the major focus though. That would be this under here. These are, I think they're running boards, but this is a common area of rust for Tundras, and mine are pretty bad. Thankfully, they make kits for sections like this online because this is a common rust spot, and it should be pretty easy to fix once we get back to South Carolina. Next thing to worry about would be the bed. The bed does have some decent rust in both of the wheel well corner areas, which you can see right there. Ignoring those, that's a different video. We're also looking at the tailgate, which I don't mind the tailgate issue. That's easy to replace. We're gonna go to the junkyard, find another one pretty much exactly like that. And finally, this door handle. There's no handle there at all. So yeah. Now, using this little device, a Bluetooth OBD2 port reader, there's two codes that pop up. Both of them are evap leak issues, which should be pretty simple to fix. I'm thinking it's either just gonna be the gas cap or the regulator that's up there in the engine. That's easy to fix. And then the other major problem is that four-wheel drive isn't working. Also, the radio, when it was purchased, was very old and didn't work. It actually static the speakers and whatnot. We went ahead and fixed that. That's a video coming out really soon. But besides that, everything else is working perfectly in this vehicle. We gotta start it up. She starts right up. And if we take a look in the engine bay, she starts right up. And looking in the engine bay, it's not the cleanest, but there's no knocking, and she's pretty good. We're gonna give this engine bay a nice clean and detail. But the evap issue, I'm thinking it's just gonna be, can't find it. It's either gonna be the gas cap or a leaking issue up here with one of the hoses most likely, or the valve that lets the gas into the engine. But other than that, everything sounds perfect. And those two minor codes don't mess with anything when it comes to driving. So this vehicle is pretty much in perfect condition. A couple easy fixes, which we are going to be doing over the next couple of months. And I'm pretty much in love with it. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video picking up this pretty solid vehicle, the most reliable truck in my opinion, and from a lot of what you can read online. Other than that, catch you all in the next one, which will be this little radio, sneak peek of it. It looks pretty clean, honestly. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.